And we are going. What is going on with everybody? It is your boy, Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And got some on the other line. I'm going to let him introduce himself, man. Who do we have here today?
So man, fresh cashier, fresh, faux fresh, however you know me, just fresh, I guess.
Hey, man, how you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. I'm a little tight after that Super Bowl loss, but
Oh, that's ridiculous. I did not. Why did I not put together you're from Philly and you would probably.
yeah,
That's hilarious. Yeah,
you know
man.
that's
Uh, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't rooting for anybody because I'm a New England Patriots fan. But it didn't like hurt to see the Eagles lose because you niggas did beat us, some years back. So
facts.
it was
No,
like,
yeah, it was a lot rooting against it, so I'm not surprised. Niggas was like, niggas not even Chiefs fans. They just like, yeah, I'm glad them niggas ain't win.
man, you niggas are ridiculous. I've seen niggas like climb up greased poles. Like they grease the poles so niggas won't climb up. How are niggas climbing up like grease like poles? Like how are you niggas
The
built out there?
the greatest fans in America.
That's crazy. I would say definitely the most aggressive fans. Like I feel like everybody knows like Philadelphia crowds are going to be loud. You know what I'm saying? Like rather it's basketball, football. I'm a wrestling fan, so like in wrestling arenas when they go to Philadelphia, there's going to be a lot of like fuck you whoever. Like you niggas are crazy out there, man.
I didn't know even in wrestling it's like that too. I'm crying.
You
That's
niggas
funny as shit though.
you niggas are crazy, man. That's what is that? Like does that come from just being like is that a representation of Philadelphia the city?
Yeah, Philly is like a real rough, put 'em up type of city,
Yeah.
real hard knuckle type city. You feel me? So niggas is probably just transferring that into sports. I honestly feel like the sports just give niggas an excuse to act the ass. Like they already just ready to act out, but now we just got a reason. You feel me?
Okay, so I'm from Florida and you're from
Mm-hmm.
Philly. I'm going to tell you what comes to my mind when I think of Philly, and after I do that, I would love to hear what comes to your mind when you think of Florida.
I bet.
So when I think of Florida, I'm not Florida. When I think of Philly, I think of course, the Philly cheesesteaks. But I also think of niggas with 13-inch beards. I also think of that.
Yeah.
I think of you niggas have like, I swear, it's like 2,000 or 200,000 niggas in Philly that look like a variation of Dr. Umar. Like Dr. Umar is like a preset on like the game, and you just kind of go from there. There are so many niggas that have that. Like he looked like a nigga that be with AR and Dark Low. Like he looked like one of them niggas, like an OBH
they
nigga.
all they all look alike.
They all look like OBH members. Uh, they Philly niggas hate snitches like from the bottom of their heart. Like every time I've heard a Philly nigga say the word rat, they finna throw up, bro. Like this nigga's a rat. Like nigga be about to vomit when he say the word rat. That's a thing. What else do I think about when I think of Philly? And I just think I'm not gonna lie. Philly is a very thorough city. It's a lot of thorough niggas out there. Like niggas that I feel like, as the young niggas say, stand on business. A lot of niggas that stand on business out in Philly.
You know
And
what?
yeah,
That's like our whole image, but like it's just as much fake shit going on in the city as it is in every other city. But I like that. That's our whole thing though. Like we're built off of like shit got to be thorough, but it'd be a bunch of nut shit going on just like everywhere else.
I,
Yeah.
I refuse to believe there's any fake niggas in Philly, man. I refuse to believe it, man. There's too many. After I discovered air rap when I was like 12 years old, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, this is the scariest individual on earth right now. I was like, I'm terrified right now listening to this
Yeah.
nigga. That
Yeah,
nigga.
Av had a good ass run, man. Niggas, Philly always also got this thing where it's like nobody really runs the city. So there is no like
Mm,
one big entity that we all kind of respect or fear. You feel me? But
yeah,
I think the closest nigga to come to that might have been Ab.
yeah. The way he was running
Like,
stuff, man, I could tell just from a distance. Him, like I said, nigga, Dark Low, great rappers. So shout out to them niggas. But yeah, that's kind of
like
what I think about when I think of Philly. What about you? I guess we think of Florida.
Florida, shit. The Wicks, I think about the Wicks. I think about the Golds, cause y'all,
Yeah.
Diamond's real big right now. But y'all, I fuck with Gold, so I always fuck with Florida niggas for staying with the Gold shit. Um, shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm trying to think. What do I think of when I think of Florida? I just think like Florida niggas like aliens to me almost, cause like I think y'all the only region of niggas that I don't 100% relate to. Like it's really y'all really got your own thing going on down there. So it's like I don't know. I think y'all niggas be like y'all like Saiyans or something. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, the niggas kind of different down there.
Okay, so what about Florida? Like, that's interesting. You said it's like kind of the only region niggas you don't relate to. Like, what about it is kind of unrelatable to you?
All right. So like first, the hate. I was about to say Asian. The Haitian community down there is strong as hell.
Yeah.
So it's like just off of so you know when it's a certain culture that populates a city, that city is going to reflect that. Even if niggas is fully Americanized, like niggas is probably if you got heavy African communities in your city, y'all going to reflect African shit. Like Philly, we got heavy Muslim communities, we reflect heavy Muslim shit. So like I don't know, it's just like whatever. I don't really understand like that Haitian culture 100%. So I just be like, damn, what they got going on? Or you feel me? Like
Yeah.
how that shit work? You feel what I'm saying? Or even how y'all talk, like y'all slang be funny. It's just something I gotta pick up more on. You feel me? I ain't really hang with that many Florida niggas.
For sure. Well, I'm from North Florida, so I'm from Jacksonville, and in
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, there's actually like not a huge Haitian community. That's more like a South Florida,
That's like some
Miami.
Miami shit.
Yeah, that's like them niggas. There's
Yeah.
a lot of Haitians down there. So funny story. My homie Rari, who when I said I was going to interview you, that nigga said,
Mm.
"Oh man," because he don't want. He send me your tweets all the time. He send me your videos. Like the nigga really rock with you. So he was like, "But he finna interview first." He said, "Nigga, this like," he said, "My childhood just got happy." So like he was really hyped. So funny story about that nigga, which I don't know if he ever told publicly, but he told me one time when he was in high school. So before Kodak, nobody was Haitian. Like even if you were
Nobody.
Haitian, even if you were Haitian, there was literally zero Haitians, bro.
No
They
facts.
used to kill
Facts.
Haitian people. I mean, like niggas think like African booty stretcher jokes were bad. I think Haitian jokes might have been on a different level. Like as kids, niggas were very outrageous. So
Oh
once
my god.
Kodak came about, everybody was proud to be Haitian. Even niggas that were not Haitian, like my friend Rari. So for a full year, this nigga cosplayed as a Haitian. And he told me he would tell niggas he was Haitian. He picked up on a little Creole. So he said one day he met a real Haitian nigga and he was like, well, where you from, Zul? And he told him like some random place. And he was like, oh, so you know this person? He was like, nah. He was like, oh, okay. And he said something in Creole. And Ryder said he didn't know what that nigga said. So at that point, he was like, all right, I think it's time for me to stop pretending to be
So let me
Haitian.
slow it up.
But bro, Kodak legitimately had niggas putting, bro, niggas had Haitian flags in their bio. Nigga ain't never sniffed Haiti, bro. Niggas was just lying their ass off. Kodak made it cool for niggas to be Haitian. So that was a real thing.
Oh, hey, shout out to him for that thing. I never really, I wasn't down there to witness that change. So like, but that do make sense though. Like from up here, from what we were seeing, I wasn't that much like the whole Zoe movement and all that shit. Like I'm sure that was still going on, but it wasn't such like on a mainstream level like this. Where you, like you said, yeah, random ass people, everybody's kind of really prideful in they shit right now. Yeah, shout
Exactly.
out to Yak, man.
Exactly. That was a very crazy cultural change. Is there like what are the demographics of Philadelphia? Like, is it a lot of foreign people out there?
It's starting to change now. So like, um, always, you know that the black community is always real prominent in the city. But we got like Italians. We have a real strong. I think the Italian presence is just as strong as the black presence in the city. So that's like when you go to those Phillies games, that's what you really be seeing. It's a good mix of the black community and that South Philly, like like that.
Yeah, yeah.
They say in the pub, go to the pubs type of niggas. You feel me?
Yeah.
This is just as much. I mean, that's just as much as their city as it is ours. But you know we have a heavy Asian community, heavy Hispanic community, and like Puerto Ricans specifically, and like Dominicans and stuff. Because when I went to LA, I was explaining to my homegirl out there that like yeah, like back home, our Hispanic communities are like mostly Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Yeah.
And she was telling me how like why I never met somebody that was Puerto Rican. It's all Mexicans over here. So I was like, damn. But we actually starting to get like a bit of a Mexican population too in South Philly too, because I'll be going down there and getting good ass birria tacos and shit like that. Like that shit that wasn't really popping up before until now neither. But It's a big ass melting pot. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of everybody in Philly.
I've met a couple Philly women. They're all
Hmm.
how can I put it? They're interesting. I'll say that. Some interesting Philly
Man,
women out there. I don't know how to put it, but they're interesting. I'll leave it at
uh,
that.
they somebody I saw somebody explain it the best way. Like it was just like Philly women is kind of like women from Brooklyn, but it's like it's just two different levels of aggression. Like you just gonna hear different words from both of them. But I think Philly people and Brooklyn people kind of got that same like nigga I'm from Brooklyn, nigga I'm from Philly, nigga
Yeah.
like that alone is supposed to have people like oh my god I don't want to fuck with you now
Yeah.
like
Well, it's funny. I was gonna wait to kind of bring this up, but I mean, I'll just go right into one of my favorite skits from of yours, and it's something you did recently, and it was the when you get jumped and you're trying to tell like a LA nigga and a New York nigga about getting jumped. That was super funny to me because I was like, okay, he really listens to when people speak. Because you
yeah.
said something that I never heard anybody imitate, but I hear New York niggas say it all the time. New York niggas love to end like a hard sentence off with they be like gangster nigga, gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means and why they're just singling out that, but
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know what that means either, and I've just started hearing that recently. Like I just started hearing that within the past like 3 years, and I don't know if it's some gang shit. I don't know if it's just a term, but that shit sounds so funny when niggas say that. Shit. Nigga, it's like niggas is just letting you know like what gangster, nigga. Like like
gangster nigga.
you know.
That's so funny. So I told myself I'm gonna chill out on this year, but I mean we kind of already talking about it. But I really don't like New York is probably my least favorite city of all time, bro. I
You know
not a
what?
not a
I
fan,
can understand that. I
not a
could
fan.
get why you don't like it?
Well, I think it's the well. First of all, I went there one time and I was expecting like everything to look like Times Square. I was wrong.
Ah.
It literally looked like I stepped into Jim Crow era. Like everything looked old. It looked like just I was no trees. I felt like I was gonna get bitten by a police dog. Like I felt like I was in 1954. Like it was like very weird out there. So there's that. But really, man, the people, man, I can't relate with New York people, bro. It is like you said, how you feel like it's so opposite of Florida culture from Philadelphia. I just look at New York niggas. I'm like, bro, this is like another like these are another type of just like niggas. Like I've never met anybody like this. Like
See now,
it's
look, see
crazy.
you from Florida, so you feeling it the same way I feel, but from the opposite perspective. Like it's like nah, this is really like it's like some Dragon Ball Z shit. Like this is a whole different race of nigga. Like
Yes,
we're both niggas, but like this is a different race, my nigga. Like
bro. Even
bro,
the women, I think, bro, they're New York got some of the finest women. I'll give it to them. But
that's a fact.
boy, they.
Stylish too.
You said what?
Some of the most stylish too.
Exactly. I will give them that. But
Mm-hmm.
boy, they are some of the most aggressive women of all time, bro. I was
Nah,
talking
that's
to
a
this
fact.
I was talking to this girl who was very beautiful, and everything she said was just like so aggressive. I was like, she sound like a nigga from out there. Like everything is, suck my dick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. And it's like, whoa.
Uh
It's like I don't want to. Why are you telling me to do that? That's kind of scary. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's a lot going on out there, but
huh.
that's like y'all sister city, right? Don't y'all say like Philly and New York are like siblings basically, or isn't that like the thing people say?
All right, now I would say that, but like I'm kind of like a different type of Philly nigga. Like the average Philly nigga is not. Now, even though we mad close growing up, you're not going to hear much about Philly niggas going to New York.
No.
Just because Philly is such a sandbox city, like niggas think you don't ever got to leave. Like that one chicken spot niggas been going to their whole life,
Yeah.
niggas love that chicken spot. Like, nigga, I would never leave. Why would I? You know what I'm saying? A nigga might feel disrespected if you even ask him, like, would you
Yeah.
ever try something else? So, like, but me doing the research and actually, like, being, having New York as my second home, I can speak for niggas and say like, yeah, Philly is definitely like New York. We're like cousins. I wouldn't say sisters because we got too many similarities. Like, but cousins is more the closer thing. And like, I would consider like Baltimore, DC, like that whole DMV, and then New York and Jersey. Like Philly is kind of attached to all of that in a sense. And it's in its own way though. Like I said, I use cousins is probably the better joint because sisters is kind of like too close. Cousins is more like we family, but like
Yeah.
we still do shit a little different. You feel me?
See, I actually have to go out in New York and give it another chance because, granted, I was out there for like 5 hours and I left. I was not there for a very long time, so I need to actually give the city a chance. And I also want to give Philly a shot too because I really do rock with like a lot of Philly niggas. Like Philly niggas are some of the like funniest and thorough niggas of all time to me. So I do want to go out to Philly and kind of give that an experience. I grew up watching like battle rap and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah.
so like niggas like Reed Dollars and shit like that. Like that's like a like I just want to experience that. So definitely will do that.
I would say when you double back to New, because listen, I'm so used to hearing that fucking New York story about I went to New York, bro, and that shit was weak. You feel me? Damn, is this trash truck too loud?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I got that vocal isolation shit on.
Yeah, it's working.
Man, shout out to that new Apple update.
It's working.
But fucking, I would say when you double back to Philly or even New York, you gotta have shit planned. Like New York gonna have shit already pre-made for you, so it's gonna look like, oh, I could just walk up and get into shit, but then you're gonna get there like how you did last time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you gotta see the real New York. You gotta go to some parties. You gotta pull up on niggas, fuck, really just, my advice to anybody going to any new city is fuck with the locals. Like, fuck that tourist shit. That shit is lame.
So, my fault, what you about to say?
No, I was listening. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, so I did that with LA. Like, I really tapped in when I went to LA. Another place that I absolutely did not like. I thought I was going to love LA. LA feel like I'm on a movie set, if that makes any sense. Like, it feels like...
Yo, dead ass. You the only other nigga besides me to say that. The whole city is a fucking movie set.
Yeah.
The whole city, bro. But I feel like LA is like the originator of everything fake. Which, alright, I'm gonna retract that statement because it's real niggas in LA and I don't want to offend them. But they even gotta acknowledge that, like, LA is the originator of, like, smoothies and, like, going green and, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when you go out there, you're going to catch that vibe. Like, damn, this is where all that plastic surgery shit started. Everything just bougie and OD started out here. So, like, you're going to catch all those vibes. But, yeah, it's real. It's fuck shit in every city. You really got to send through shit out here.
Nah, for sure. Also, you kind of was like losing a little service out there where you at or whatever. So I don't know if it's gonna keep doing that, but I just want to let you know that if it does that again or whatever. But yeah, right. It's like I said, LA, another place that I'm just have to give another chance. Like, nigga, it was just like a different atmosphere. Like, nigga, I got invited to like a porn pool party my third night out there. And it was like, wow, I didn't expect to meet like Brian Pumper, like what's going on? You feel me?
Nah, that's some real LA shit.
Yeah.
I actually got a skit about that. I was like, yo, first time in LA, and like it's just two niggas posted up in the party, and the nigga off screen was like, yeah, I told you this is my regular spot, whatever. And the nigga come up and dap me, and he was like, this is my man Jay, this fresh, right? And then when he walked off, my man was like, you don't even know who that was, do you? And I'm like, nah, who that? And nigga was like, nigga, that's God's son, nigga, our Lord and Savior, nigga. nigga called him Jay, nigga, that was Jesus Christ, my nigga. You don't even know. That's really how LA be, bro. And niggas never introduce you like, yo, I'm so-and-so. It's always, you always meet somebody's son or somebody's nephew.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that ain't Michael Jackson, but that's Michael Jackson's nephew. That's crazy.
No, I learned that very quickly, that LA is a place where you will just run into like a bunch of celebrities and it's normal. Like, that's like the norm. Like, down here, that's not normal because we don't really have celebrities outside of like the rappers that blew up last year. We don't really have like actual like celebrities you're just gonna run into. Like, like you might run into damn Lil Duval or something, and that's about it. But like other than that, you're not really running into anybody down here, bro.
So y'all read Lil Duval at the gas station yesterday, bro.
Exactly.
That shit crazy.
Exactly.
Philly's fake the same way though. The only celebrity I ever genuinely ran into in Philly was Carrot Top.
Really? And that nigga, he's not even from there. He's from here. He's from Florida.
Really?
Yeah, he a Florida nigga.
That's random. That's the universe. But yeah, I was like 15, 14. I was walking downtown, and he was like walking with an older lady. I don't know if it was his mom's or what, but I'm like, oh shit, that's. And I think I was the only nigga in my group that knew who that was. I'm like, nigga, that's Carrot Top.
Did you talk? Did you talk to him, or you just like, oh, that's Carrot Top?
I got a picture with him. After this interview, I'm gonna go through my email and find it. I got a picture with that nigga.
Please, that's hard. Shout out
That's
to
crazy.
Carrot Top.
And it's like young me too. It's like young with the glasses fresh with Carrot Top. That shit crazy.
That is, hey, you know what's crazy? Carrot Top did not know he was meeting like a legendary comedian of his own. You know what I'm saying? The Philadelphia comedian. So that's where I want to start. I want to take it back to where I first discovered you, and that was way back on Vine, where I feel like a lot of probably people first discovered you or whatever.
That's where it all started.
And I was looking at you, and I was like, this is a like it was a lot of funny people on Vine, but I was like, this is a really funny little nigga right here. And I called you little nigga because I thought you were way much younger than me. Come to find out, we're definitely like the same age. So you're not younger than me at all. But I was like, this is a funny little nigga right here, man. And before I get to that, were you like? I feel like you look very young when you were not that young. Am I tripping?
Yeah, I'm still fucking dealing with that. Man, when I started this shit when I was 14, which is a shocker to people because they always be like, man, I've been watching you since you was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you creepy as hell, nigga. I was down there. I wasn't even doing shit yet. But that's because I look so fucking young. So even now, like I'm 23 years old now, motherfuckers, I still get carded, all type of shit, you know.
Hey, that's a good thing. You rather look young than an old ass nigga. So I mean, that is a very good thing. But yeah, man, back in the my fault. You about to say?
No, I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say back in the Vine days, man, just killing it. I'm like, this is a very, very, very funny nigga. Then we go to Instagram. And you have classic Instagram videos. I think this isn't the Vine. I think it's an Instagram video where you're in the car and it don't take nothing to show a nigga love. You know that video. That's a classic. And like I said, you just I feel like you were dominating every single format of social media. So whether if it's Vine, Instagram, now Twitter, I see. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you took a break from Instagram or if I just lost you on Instagram, but I ended up finding you some years back, and I was like, oh, he's doing music now. So, transitioning from comedy to music, were you always doing music at that time, or were you doing them both and niggas just didn't know when you were doing Vine?
Okay, so I stepped onto the scene fully doing comedy videos, but it's not anybody's fault, but like, it's the internet, so you only know so much you only know what the person is presenting to you.
Yeah.
So on the background, people don't know that I'm actually really, really like musically inclined. You feel me? And like I come from a music household. So, nobody in my house was like a successful musician, but everybody loves music. You feel me? So I always had that in me, and then I kind of just chose to tap into it. And it's like, it confused people, so it kind of had people lost for a minute. Like, damn, I thought you was the super funny nigga. And it's like, that's my personality. And that's what I gave y'all first, so that's what y'all want the most. But I didn't expect this shit to turn into what it turned into. So when it did, I was like, ooh, I can kind of do what I want now. Like, I'm looking on, I got social media pages with hundreds of thousands of people looking at me. It's like, the world is yours, bro. Do what you want with this shit. So that's how I took it. But it was I was also, what motherfuckers also gotta remember, I was also growing with this internet shit and actually physically growing. I was going through puberty with this shit. So, your mind is not all the way there. You all over the place. You finding yourself and all type of shit. So, you kind of go through that, like, not identity crisis because you remain yourself, but you just like, you building yourself. So most people go through that in privacy or with a friend group or whatever, but I went through that on a stage. So I had motherfuckers being like, you experimenting with shit? What the fuck are you on? But it's like, bro, I'm 16. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I want to try some new shit, but yeah, it's been a journey though. I've been fucking with it. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't trade it in for nothing.
So how would you classify? Like, are you a artist and a comedian? Do you not even call yourself a comedian? Are you just an artist who sometimes do some funny shit on the side? Like, how would you classify what you do?
I think I'm an artist and a comedian.
Okay.
I think that's just what it is. I tried to like be cool about it, and I went through different stages of like, I'm not a rapper, I'm not nothing, I'm this, or it's like, nah, I'm a good artist and I'm a comedian. And it's like there have been like predecessors of that, like you got like Childish Gambino and like Eddie Murphy and shit. But I think like I'm some weird evolution that's gonna master both. Like really step on both. Like Childish Gambino definitely got the music shit on lock, but like he doesn't do stand up as much. Like
Yeah.
he was doing Atlanta for a little bit, but you know, like he's kind of dived more into the artistic side. I feel like if I do that too much, that's where niggas feel like we losing you. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? They really want that real like stand up comedy version of me, but I've also built a real underground music fan base, so it's like I'm kind of just building both. You know what I'm saying? Just like playing. Yeah. It's like split personalities almost, but like in a cool way.
It's kind of interesting because I feel like a lot of people who came from social media, whether it be Vine, Instagram, or whatnot, and they branch off into music, or like I said, not in your case, but people who do branch off into music kind of late, they kind of want to drop the comedy background and just do the music. But it's interesting to hear you say that you want to focus on both. Like, what makes you want to? Is it just the fact that you realize that you're good at both, or what makes you want to focus on both?
I tried that at first. Like that's what I was saying when I was younger. I tried the whole I'm gonna just be an artist type of thing. Like I really tried to put comedy down, and it just wasn't like getting the reaction I wanted. And then once I peeped that, I was like, I gotta stop fighting it. Like pretty much, like, and that just came with maturity. Like as I got older, I was just realizing, like, bro, you're blessed with both things. So just just appreciate it. You feel me? And the music game is just a little more different than the entertainment, like TV and comedy game. You feel me? So I chose that lane, and I'm like starting to learn about it. So now I'm knowing, like, all right, I kind of was blessed with this lane in the first place. I'm not giving up on this lane just because I'm seeing how difficult it is. But it's like the fact that I even had this lane in the first place is like, bro, you already set. So it's like, you feel me? Just keep going at that shit.
Well,
Why
I'm
not?
gonna ask you this question about both. So let me ask first about comedy. Where do you see yourself going with comedy? Like, is there a let's say like 5 years from now? Like, do you have a goal where you see yourself in that world?
I need to stop being a bitch and get on stage. That's like one of the things I need to work on. Cause like I feel like I can't really call myself a comedian for real until I get on a stage and tell some jokes. I need to get off Twitter. But that's a goal of mine within the next 5 years. I'm like, I haven't told anybody this, but like I'm in the middle of writing some scripts right now for like some ideas I have for either short films or series.
Okay.
And yeah, I need to start really getting on top of those and getting them into production, and yeah, with the comedy thing, like I'm trying to go all the way with it. You feel me? Like stand up, sitcom, the whole shebang. You feel me? Variety show. I'm trying to end this shit off hosting the Tonight Show. Like I'm trying to be the first black person to host the Tonight Show. There's some crazy shit. Like I'm trying to take it all the way.
That's hard. Freaking nigga finna be fresh Fallon in this bitch, man. Nigga finna
Yeah, you feel me? Like when I'm like 50 something, I'm just trying to have this shit wrapped up. I done did all my young crazy shit, and I'm gonna just be in a suit, just bringing out other guests, making jokes.
Hey man, if it make you feel any better, I too have been too coochie. Not coochie as like I'm scared to do it, but I've just been too lazy to get on stage as well and try it, because that's something that like I've thought, or I've like heard that I should, hey, you should try it out, like if you and I'm just like, yeah, I probably should try it out, but I too have been like procrastinating on that. But that's something that I feel like I need to change this year. Like I see so much stuff, and I'm a big writer down. Like if I see something that I think is like funny, or if like I think of like a bar that's pretty good, I just write it down. I'm very confident that like this year I'm gonna do like a 5-minute stand up on Kevin Gates, because he's like the most ridiculous nigga, and it's like he has so many, you feel me? I just want your reaction to this. I'm gonna tell you the story that I seen on YouTube that I feel like everybody needs to hear. So I'm gonna say in this interview, people think that Kevin Gates is a liar. I don't. I legitimately think Kevin Gates is a truth teller because of this story. There's a nigga that went to high school with him. I will send you this video. And he said that he's going to the studio. Everybody at the studio. This is high school once again. And Kevin Gates at the studio, but bro coming late. So he like, shit, let me bring some pizza to kind of make up for me being late. So he said he brings some pizza to the studio. It's for everybody. Everybody getting pizzas or whatever. Kevin Gates the only one not eating. And he say, you don't want no pizza, bro? And he say, Hey, big brother. You say, look. Just say, hey, big brother. You say, I ain't ate all day, but I don't want no handouts. Just throw that big bitch on the floor. I'ma eat that shit. Jit said, huh? What you mean? He said, bro, I don't want to take no handouts, big brother. I love you. I fuck with you, but just throw that shit on the floor and I'ma eat that bitch. So the nigga said he threw 2 slices on the floor. He got on his knees and ate them off the ground. Kevin Gates did this. This is an actual story. So it's like, this nigga ain't lying, bro. He's just different.
He coming from a different frequency. Like we not.
What?
I'm telling you, there's different races of niggas out here, bro. Like,
Oh, he's his own species. Kevin Gates,
yeah,
we've never seen anybody like him. He's one of a kind. He's like one of a kind.
we all aliens, man.
That is hilarious. But yeah, with that said, I do feel you. I just want to do like stand up on that nigga because he's so outrageous. And I feel like if I can't make jokes that are funny about that nigga, I shouldn't do it because the jokes write themselves. That nigga is outrageous. But I freaking cheer you on to do the same thing, man. I feel like you are so funny in different mediums, which I feel like will transfer. Because if you could be funny on a 6-second platform, then be funny on a 15-second platform that now is upgraded to a 60-second platform, and now also be super duper funny on a platform that are just words, so they can't even hear you or visually see you. They're just reading your words, which I feel like translates to like a script. So you writing the scripts, that translates perfect because you're literally just writing like little funny bit scripts in like a scripted nature or whatever. So, hey man, with all that said, I think you should freaking try it all, man. You're a hilarious guy.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, I definitely got to get on that shit for sure.
For sure. Now we reflected back on the music. So where do you see yourself in a sense of like 5 years from now doing music?
That's a little bit of a harder question because music is like more, it taps into my creative part of me more. The comedy is more of the honesty part, like the you laugh at the shit that makes you cry type of shit.
Yeah.
The music is more of like the swag and the lifestyle, and you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, in the next 5 years with the music shit, man, like me and my nigga Soy, that's my homie that run the Faux Friends brand and shit. A lot of people think that like Faux Friends is exclusively like my thing or something. Like that's a brand that, you know, I'm attached to through my brother Soy. And working with him, like I'm trying to be like, you know, like Pharrell and Nigo, bro. So for lack of like, you know, try not to sound corny, but like these are our inspirations, you feel me?
Yeah.
So trying to go crazy with the brand and make sure it's attached to the music and, you know, make it one movement. So next 5 years, shit, I don't know. I'm just really just trying to be successful and like have motherfuckers fuck with what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really got no picture for it. I'm just like, just living my life. Cause I know like what I do is interesting enough cause it's got me this far. You feel me? So yeah, I'm just trying to see like what inspires me next, what I'm gonna think of next, what I'm gonna want to do next. You feel me?
I think I just came up with a very good question for you.
Okay.
So, which one would you say gives you more satisfaction? Coming up with a very, very, like, fire song or a very, very fire skit idea?
I think they equal because they both stand the same test of time. Like, you make a hit song, it's going to last long as shit, and people are always going to bring it up and quote it. You make a real good sketch or, like, you make a great joke, it's always going to be quoted. It's always going to be brought up. So it's kind of the same feeling. Like, I have music that niggas always bring up, and, like, quotables out of those songs and shit, and then, of course, I have videos where people always bring up, so they kind of feel the same. I kind of get the same, like, just feeling from both.
Interesting. Yes, it's interesting because I feel like with the music thing, like you said, a hit, like nigga, we listen to songs from you know, way, way back. Michael Jackson songs, you know what I'm saying, from the 80s, or Jackson 5 songs from the 70s that, like, people still love, you know, ABC. Like, those are old songs, but they will stand the test of time, like you said. I think the
Thanks.
skit thing is interesting because, like I said, you start off from a platform that was 6 seconds, so it's like, nigga, you did not have a lot of time to get what you wanted off in those 6 seconds.
Not at all.
But it upgrades to those 15 seconds initially on Instagram. So like, was that a hard transition or was that an easy transition from going to 6 to 15?
What I remember was we was doing the six. Actually, I remember Vine being 6 seconds, and then they updated it, and it was 7 seconds. Do you remember that?
I was that like at the tail end of Vine? Like that must have, yeah. I low key
That was
do.
like one of the later
Yeah,
updates. They
yeah.
they gave us 7 seconds. So I remember that being a joke, like that just being a joke for the week. Like, what are we gonna do with the extra?
That's funny.
So first it was that, and then Instagram came out with the videos, and I remember the first person to go from Vine to doing his shit on Instagram was DC Young Fly. From what I remember seeing DC go there first, and at the same time, Vine was starting to get watered down with reusing jokes and shit like that. So I was like, all right, I'm starting to see what's going on. So I'm telling niggas like, yo, I'm switching to Instagram. So when we got the Instagram, we had the 16 seconds, bro, or 15, however many it was. I thought it was gonna be boring for niggas, like honestly, because it's funny to how like 15 seconds really ain't that much time neither. But we was working with 6 seconds. We was getting all our jokes off in 6. So I thought with that extra 9 or however much it is, I'm like, I'm gonna bore niggas because like I'm gonna drag the joke on too long, or like because remember we was working off of loops. Like
Yeah.
mine really had niggas' brains conditioned to make jokes a certain way. So like it was like damn, it's like a damn near a whole fucking YouTube video now. But niggas got the hang of it though, and most of the videos that people really like me for came from Instagram. A lot of people remember me from Vine, but they always quote shit from Instagram and be like, "That's my favorite Vine." I'll be like, "You do know that video is like 15 seconds. That was not on Vine."
And it's crazy because I feel like as you got older, you got better, like with everything you were doing, and that's a kind of, you would think that would be natural, but it's a lot of people with music that we found out from like a young age that we loved, and now they're older. Who cares anymore? It was a lot of people with comedy that we found out from a young age, like from Vine and stuff like that. Now that they're older, who cares? So the fact that you actually was able to improve and people to notice it, because I've seen people that were big on Vine and still funny, but they don't really have that following anymore. You still have that following, and people still care about you. So yeah, people like you, dude. I don't know if you know that, but people like you, man. People want to see what you got going on. So you got it, man. You, like you said, you got everything in your hands right now, man. It's just up to you what you gonna do with it.
Yeah, man. It's all about consistency from my end. That's what I'm starting to see. Like, I gotta be more consistent. Keep dropping. I'm in that phase right now. Like when I was fresh in this shit, like I was on some like just young raw shit. Like I'm like drop everything. I don't give a fuck. Now I'm on some like kind of seasoned. I kind of know the game a little bit more. So I'm on some perfectionist shit, and like a lot of niggas get to this phase, and this when niggas slow up, and from the consumer perspective, it kind of look like, oh, this nigga fell off. He ain't doing this the same way or whatever. But it's like from my end, I'm like, damn. I'm trying to think how to take this shit bigger, but people always tell you, like, it ain't no right time. You're going to waste a lot of time waiting for the perfect time or waiting for the perfect time to do some shit. It's like, bro, just do it, bro. So that's the mindset I'm trying to work myself back into, just doing it.
Hey, man, you were doing it great, man. And with that said, I would love to go over to the next social media app, Twitter. Can I please read some of my favorite tweets from you, man? Because I got a few. I don't have that many. I should have did way more, but I only got 3, so I don't have a lot. But I do have some that I feel like are already kind of legendary tweets. My friend Rory, huh?
No, I was about to say one of my favorite Twitter accounts of all time is Yams, RP ASAP Yams, man. That's like one of my Twitter inspirations. So like, I gotta give credit to him for like my Twitter antics.
Hey, man,
I want that book. Like, you know how they made him that book for all his tweets and shit.
Yeah.
I want like that's like. I need my Twitter to be in that book when I'm done with that shit.
Man, I've told this story a couple times, and like it's just so random. Like literally, I had to have been in like maybe the 8th grade or something, maybe ninth, but I'm gonna say 8th grade. And I was on ASAP Yam's Instagram at like 2 in the morning, and I just liked a bunch of his pictures. and the nigga like followed me out of nowhere, and I was like, oh shit. I was like,
Fire.
I must be funny because I was just only posting like comedic stuff at that time on my Instagram, and yeah, man, that's still I still obviously follow him to this day. So shout out to fucking ASAP Yams, rest in peace ASAP Yams. That was one of the greatest. Hey, bro, even though he was like in the music industry, one of the greatest comedic minds I feel like we could have had, bro. That nigga,
Bro,
he was gonna be one of the ones.
bro. Oh god.
Rest in peace Yams, man. But you.
I had to say that. But yeah. I'm listening.
Some of my favorite tweets, man. This is my friend's favorite tweet. My friend Rari. He quotes this way too much. The way that nigga said perk 60, that's 2 perk 30s. That really sounded like some astonishing math. And it did. I'm not gonna lie. It did.
Yeah, like it was like perk 60, that's 2 perk 30s. Like the way he broke it down for niggas, like that really had niggas like, damn, that is 2 perk 60. Like, oh shit. When you put it that way, when you start doing them type of algorithms, like
that is hilarious. Yes, shout out to Y and J. Another one that you said, nah. Niggas made me realize I never see nobody with a plate at the Roc Nation brunch. And
yeah.
that was really interesting to me because I've thought about this a lot. What is the purpose of the Roc? Is the Roc Nation brunch is that just like a meat riding session? Is like everybody just there just like meat ride each other? Because I don't get the purpose.
It's a celebration of the Roc. Like niggas just come together and drink mimosas. And I never even, and what made me say that was the picture of Tyler.
Yeah, that was the next tweet. Yeah, only plate I've seen in years, and it's him holding the plate.
What was that? It looked like cheese pizza on his plate too. I could be wrong, but like that just fucked me up. I'm like, oh shit, I don't think I ever seen anybody with a plate at the Roc Nation brunch. Because it is a brunch. It's not like the Roc Nation mixer. It's the Roc Nation brunch, which implies like turkey bacon and mimosas and shit. So like, I don't know. Maybe niggas just too geek to eat.
That could be it right there. Niggas just so turned meeting everybody. Just, I'm not even gonna eat today.
Fake be mad about that because niggas is not, like just wasting his money on the food.
Oh, sure. He's hired like the best chefs in America.
The hors d'oeuvres. It's finger sandwiches for everyone.
That's hilarious. He has the best chefs there at the Roc Nation brunch, and it's just a whole bunch of leftover food because
niggas just wasting it. Uzi just dancing on the couch.
That is hilarious. The next tweet. Not so much funny, but so much more I want to ask you about this because it was interesting. You said, please be offended. It's getting a little annoying trying not to hurt y'all bitch ass feelings. LOL. Talk about that.
We live in a very sensitive time right now. Everybody's, head up their own ass right now. So that's just how I felt. It was getting to a point where like, I was just saying shit, and it was just like nitpicking at everything. And I'm like, man, I don't get the fuck off.
What have you said to people who got,
Just regular jokes. I've always kind of been, I don't want to say vulgar, but I've always kind of been like a raunchy, like I come from like that, like Martin Lawrence, like Def Comedy Jam era of comedy, my nigga. So you feel me? And that's still alive. That's still alive and well right now, but it's just that small pocket of people that just get off on, putting a magnifying glass on shit. And, that was just my way. Usually I ignore it. I've always been dealing with that since I started, that you're going to deal with that if you, choose to speak on the topics that I speak on. But now I'm just I just put that message out just like, bro, if y'all going to be some bitches about it, just, unfollow me.
No, I seen one that you did. It was like an old one, and I was like, "Ooh, if he said that today, sex workers would probably be on his head." So,
a lot of that old shit, man.
Yeah.
Times be changing. People make their mind up and change. Put new goals to shit every day. So, times be changing, bro.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I have a very childish sense of humor that may be problematic because I'm not gonna lie, dog. I think accents are so funny. So, like, that goes from American...
They're interesting.
Yeah, like, I think different accents in America are funny. Like, Baltimore accents and whatever accents. But then I feel like it lends to kind of be problematic because Oh boy, I love a good Indian accent. I think Indian accents might be the funniest shit of all time, bro.
I'm crying.
African accents, hilarious.
Nah, I do love a good African accent. One of my best friends is from Africa, and like that's like one of our main jokes. Is just like he like because he actually that his family and shit, so he can do it the best. So like that's one of our favorites.
Bro, I love
Yeah.
them. Freaking a good Asian accent. And when I say these, I don't want the accents to be just so stereotypical that you just didn't put any effort
No,
into
no,
it.
like the most realistic, like yes, like the actual dialect. We're not doing like the cheap jokes or anything. Like
Yes,
these are
exactly.
actually like interesting to me.
Exactly. And like I find them so interesting like you said, and a lot of times they make me laugh, but bro, like if a nigga got on here and did like a Korean impression or something like that, niggas would probably be upset or whatnot. And it's not coming like I don't know how to do Asian impersonations, but like if I did, it wouldn't be coming from a hateful place. It would just be coming from I think those accents are so interesting and they just sound so different from what I'm used to that my silliness just thinks that is it's silly, it's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's no harm. It's just like I'm an idiot and I find very dumb things funny. That's really all it comes down to.
Yeah, it's just it's that time, bro. That PC shit is just really it's strong right now.
Bro,
So
I'll
I
t-
I still be myself, but
yeah.
I try to be respectful, but I have to balance being myself as well. And I like to think just being myself is a well-rounded enough person where I won't offend somebody,
Yeah.
but 9 out of 10 times when I do offend someone, it's just someone really just overthinking too much.
I think about this joke all the time, and I don't know if this joke would go over, but there used to be this show by Bill Bellamy called Who Got Jokes. He used to come on TV One back on in the day, and
I remember that.
it was a funny show. And it was one time, bro, this joke, it stays in my head vividly, verbatimly how it went. White guy, his name was Roger something, I forget. But the dude, he's on stage, he's killing it, bro. All black crowd, so it's like a black crowd. He the only white person in there, killing it. So he's like, "Hey man, I love black people." Everyone like, "Yeah," he going crazy. He like people be like, "Damn, Roger, you ain't scared to perform in front of black people?" He said, "No. If anything, I'm scared to perform in front of white people." Black people like, "Yeah," they going crazy. He was like, "What? They ain't finna kill me or nothing. They too busy killing each other."
Crazy.
Dead silence for like 5 seconds. And then they just lost it. Everybody started laughing. And I was like, bro, it was timed so perfectly. The way that he set it up, you could have done it better. And it was at the point where it was like they could do nothing but laugh because they've been cheering nigga on the whole time and he delivered it perfectly. If a white person did that comment today, I don't know if that will fly, but that wasn't that long ago. It was like 2007, 8 maybe when that happened. But things change very quickly. So I don't know if you think that'll fly? You think that joke will fly in an all black room today?
Um, no, it wouldn't. But that joke could get off. But it's like I don't know. Times have changed so fast, bro. It's
Yeah.
like it's so crazy. Literally, I feel like we were in such a different place. Like probably even like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching certain stand-up specials coming on Netflix and like the jokes being crazy, and I'm watching them again now and being like, what the fuck? Like these jokes are actually crazy. Like, and jokes are still crazy now, but they definitely, a lot of the movements that have came up and people, using their voices and being like, yo, we don't like this shit has
Yeah.
kind of like shut a lot of shit down. But there's a lot of people that still get those type of jokes off, and I don't know. It's always going to be there as long as people have those mindsets. It's always going to be there.
That is a fact. That is 100% a fact.
Yeah,
And yeah, but
there's also a right and a wrong way to do it too.
yeah.
As well.
Well, no, I was gonna say because there's definitely people that try to be edgy just for the sake of being edgy. And it's not funny. It's like they're just saying offensive things just to kind of say them. And it's like, all right, is there a joke to this nigga? Or you just going,
Yeah.
you feel me?
Are you practicing the art of comedy right now, my nigga? Like, what is this?
Now I've seen white people get on stage, and I feel like, oh, this is just like your chance to be racist. Like, nigga, you ain't even trying to be funny right now. You just getting thoughts off. Nigga ain't even getting jokes off. Nigga just getting beliefs off at this point. So
Nigga just venting.
yeah, exactly. Nigga just venting to the crowd.
I'm crying.
That's super funny. But yeah, man, it's an interesting progression to see what you've been doing. And like I said, I want to say it one more time. Nigga, I don't know you like that, but a nigga proud to see the, you know what I'm saying, the leaps and everything from the comedy to the music and just everything that I see you doing. I see you killing it. There is one more thing I do want to ask you before I let you go. I was looking at one of your interviews and I seen you talking about video games being something that like kind of helped you stay distracted from like going in the wrong way because you was on the game and stuff like that. And that was funny. That was funny, but that was interesting to me because that made me think about my homeboy who was on a game one time, and that nigga just like stopped the entire thing. Was like, "Hey man, boy, I appreciate y'all, boy, man, but like the game keep a nigga out the street for real, bro. Like, boy, nigga would have been out, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga really giving us a Martin Luther King, I had a dream speech about the video game saving his life, and hearing you say that made me think about that, and I was like, that's actually cool that like video. Bro, I was on the phone with a girl last night. She straight up told me, if you play video games, you're a bum. And I was like, women are crazy. Shout out to Rari. Rari once said that white women let you play video games, black girls don't. And I was like, I don't talk to a lot of white girls, but that sounds like it's fact. So, yeah, man.
That's crazy. Nah, she's just fucking up the image because I had I think that's a new thing too. Like that whole like if you play video games all day, because like what happened to the girls that was like growing up playing video games? I thought we were all kind of in on this shit.
Bro,
But
this girl said if you watch sports, you're a bum. She was like, you dedicate. If she said if you watch football every Sunday and you watch it every Thursday night, it comes on. That she did the math. She did the per 30 math. She was like, okay, so that's what's 4 times 12. Like she legitimately. She's like that's 60 hours in a year or whatever, and you could have did that doing something else. And I was like, are you for real right now? Like, can niggas have fun?
she's hurt. I don't know. She sounds hurt about something. She's projecting. Cause what the fuck?
That is absolutely nuts. Yeah, man. Shout out to video games. So that was interesting to hear you say that there. That it kind of, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back more on my gamer shit. I'm trying to start Twitch streaming and shit.
That's where it's at. Apparently, everybody's doing the Twitch streaming, and it seems to be working for a lot of people. So definitely should hop on that. A real last question: what do you listen to right now?
At this exact moment, shit, I don't got my other phone on me. I would go through my Apple Music, but like, I've been keeping that song "Feel the Fire" by A$AP Rocky and Takeoff. That's been on repeat recently right now. I really like that song. R.I.P. Takeoff. I really like that song right now. I'm listening to me shit. I just dropped this shit with my homie Johnny Doe called "Don't Play With Me." That shit out now. I've been really banging that. That's not even like just no self-promotion shit. I really been playing that a lot recently. Always keep like some Dipset in my rotation. Always just for like background music. Future always in rotation. I feel like it's more specific shit I've been listening to right now. I don't have my actual phone on me, and I don't want to click off the thing.
For sure.
But yeah, just like Future is probably my favorite rapper of all time.
Really?
So I don't know if I ever put that out there. But like right now, at this age, I feel like Future is probably one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Wow, man.
That's a bold statement, but like he really like, I don't know, that nigga really fire, bro. Like when you gotta sit down and really think about it like that, it's like, damn, how many times am I going to really say, nah, this nigga's really fire? Like, is he the best? Like, are you?
Hey, that nigga. Hold on. So, I just called my homeboy Rari on FaceTime right now because, like I said, this nigga he fucks with you hard. But not only does he fuck with you hard, Future is also his favorite rapper of all time. So I'm doing an interview right now with Fresh. Nigga said Future is his favorite rapper of all time. I just wanted your reaction to that because we talk about Future literally every single day.
Hey man, shout out to that brother. shout out to that brother for having such good taste.
Because I'm gonna ask you this, and I'm gonna let you go. What type of nigga what type of nigga would say Future his favorite rapper?
Alright, so you got Alright, so you gotta think. Future got a wide fan base, man. Hold on, you can hear me?
I hear you perfectly.
So as
As a nigga.
this could be a nigga that's out the trap. This could be a nigga that's going through extreme depression.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? This could be a nigga. This could be a nigga that be. You feel me? He be going through it with the hoes. This a all. You feel, bro? This not exclusive to one person, but this is for everybody. You feel me? That's why Future the GOAT, cause it's for
A
everybody.
generational artist. A true generational talent. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, man.
Bro. Shout out to that nigga too, bro, cause that nigga made my childhood amazing.
He's talking about you now. He's talking about you now. All right, well, I'm gonna call you back though. So Rari is one of the most like electric niggas I know of all time, and like I said, he really fucks you heavy, and he really fucks with Future heavy. So to hear you say that, that's hard because like Future, bro, that's my guy. I love Future. Future coming to Jacksonville next month. I will be there, and man, that nigga's the GOAT, bro. That nigga, he like he said, cause he has music that, bro. He's just the GOAT. I don't know what to say. Like, you know how it is, bro. Nigga's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, I really had to sit down and think about that shit. Like, he might be the one.
Hey, man. He's, yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite artists, for sure.
For sure. Well, shit, man. If you got anything you want to say to the people out there, any last words, let it be known.
Shit, man. I don't know. Just, be ourselves, man. And that's really it. That's all I can tell a nigga right now. Be yourself, man, and speak positivity into your life. Don't be talking bullshit, because bullshit just gonna rise from it. You feel me? For sure. And find a purpose. Get on your passion. You know what I'm saying? Get on some money. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I don't know. I ain't really been like talking a lot lately, so like I might sound like a little tattered right now. I've been like just posting and shit. I ain't really been having like conversations and shit lately. So like, especially not like an interview. So like, this was like new again. But shit, I just want niggas to be on the same tip I'm on, which is just, trying to figure out this life shit and just stay on whatever the fuck it is they passionate about. If you know what that is yet. You feel me?
Gotcha. Hey, man, for everybody watching right now, I'll link all his social medias. Go watch every video he's ever done. Go listen to every song he's ever released. Then after you do that, go listen to a Future deep cut called Championship Music on True Story. It's one of my favorite Future songs. Go listen to that. Great song. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. And you guys, holler at your boy.